Having joined CCS in 2011, I was welcomed by this massive and great symbol of white and black hands holding together, embracing the symbol of our company, CCS. I had to ask myself what that meant, but later on, I had to understand the meaning of what that meant. That meant the coming and joining of two different cultures of two great nations, China and Zambia. Having joined two different cultures, there were some expected cultural differentials that I was bound to see. You see, they say that cultural norms gives the identity of the people. When you go somewhere, just the cultural norms of what the people are practicing will tell you that's the culture of the people. They say a lost nation is a nation without culture. Among some of the cultural differences was the language. I was speaking English and Bemba. My Chinese colleagues that I was working with were speaking Chinese language. In 2018, I had the opportunity. I think I was one of the luckiest to visit China on a company trip. What I saw as I passed and interacted with various Chinese people in their society is the respect they gave each other. You see, that side, people, regardless of the craft that they practice, they do it with their greatmost passion. They love what they do. They love what they do. And I think that is worth emulating. They are so tied with good notes. We understand notes, different kind of notes. As Zambians, we have got our own notes when we are tying things. But there were a lot of notes, and I didn't realize what that meant. But when I visited one of the cultural museums in Yunnan province, that's when I was briefed on what each and every note meant. And among the notable and very important Chinese note is a note of togetherness. Chinese have got one important note which they respect, a note of togetherness. That's why when I was briefed on it and clarified, then I had to understand that is why Chinese people are the way they are, and this is how they are. Now, when I understood that note and what it meant, I had to buy one of it as a reminder. And I came with it, of course, and I had to put it in my house as a reminder to my family that you need to stay together, both in good and bad times. That was one of my lessons about the Chinese notes. So I had a friend that I once worked with. So as he was introducing me to the family, you know, in Chinese, a girlfriend there, they call her Mei Mei. That is the Chinese language. So by then I had learned a few Chinese words. So I knew what he meant. But later on, there came another lady in the room there at his house. Again, he introduced me. This is my Mei Mei. So I was confused. The first one, Mei Mei. Again, another one, Mei Mei. But because he spoke a few English words, so I had to ask him, here, do you have two Mei Meis? Then he had to clarify, no, The first one is my girlfriend. The second one was the young sister, because the meaning there, they say, when you call your girlfriend, and they may, because being the young sister, you are saying you are willing to take care of your girlfriend in as much as you can take care of your young sister. So I was clarified there. Say, okay. They prepared me with some noodles there. So then I had to figure out how I was going to eat them, because noodles are made long. Yeah, so in our Zambian culture, we like having some spoons and knives so that we can cut something short. So here, my Chinese friend, I had to ask him, give me something that I can shorten these noodles. So he was relaxed and he gave me what I wanted. So when I was eating, because we were so close, then he told me, do you know that you are going to die early? Then I said, why? Then he said, you are cutting the noodles. This will mean that your life will not go further. Then I said, no, but him was just eating them. No matter how length it was, he can just take it on. Then I told him to say, this is how, but I had to learn something. So when I came back here in Zambia, whenever I buy in ShopRite, the noodles and the like, I'm eating with my children. Whenever he tries to cut them, I usually tell him, hey, do you know that you are going to die early? So they never cut the noodles. They just eat them the way they are. It was one of the shocking moments that I experienced. Chinese culture, the people are very hardworking. I remember when I was working with one of my former managers, when I just first joined, there was one incident that happened in our department, and I was knocking off around 16:30. I went home, and that problem, believe you me, it was never sorted out. The following morning I came, I still had to find him in the very same chair that I left him. I had to ask the night shift crew, did he go home? They said no. He just went and lasted 30 minutes. He came back. That's where he's sitting. We had to work together to try and find that solution. I went. I knocked off. He remained. The following morning, again, I came back. I still found in the very same chair. Then I had to ask again the night shift crew, did he go home? They said, no, he's still here. You see, I even changed the way I had to greet him. Instead of saying, good morning, I had to greet him, how are you? How are you doing? Because I knew that he did not sleep. But what did I learn? What lessons did I pick from there? I knew that I joined a company of hardworking people. Here is my mentor, my boss, who showed me how it was done, how it is done, and how it will be done. So now from that moment, I was prepared that indeed I'm working with hardworking people. I had to adjust my pace. If I was lazy, I need to work hard. And just coming to our company, CCS, if we emulate a hard-working culture together, it's two different cultures. Of course, production target will never be missed. So, as we celebrate this year's Chinese Mid-Autumn Festival, with a few words that I have in the promotion of both Zambian culture and Chinese culture, I was so happy one day when I was watching the state media, our state media, Zambian state media. I saw the Chinese ambassador to Zambia attending one of the cultural events together with the Chinese envoys that were present. What did that mean? It meant the promotion of two cultures coming together so that we can live in harmony, work in harmony. achieve targets in harmony as a team. Therefore, our company, CCS, our beloved company, I would love the authority, our authority, that us Zambians here, we have got different cultural events. The Umtombo cause, the Uksefia Pangwena. As a company, let us try to fuse in, because our Chinese ambassador to Zambia has set a shining example, already attending events. So if we fuse in as a company, we are going to develop a culture whereby conflict between Zambians and Chinese will be, I think, to a minimal value, to a very, very minimal value, that it will be a thing of the past, because we are going to understand each other. With a few words, I would, on behalf of our Zambian community, this year's Chinese Mid-Autumn Festival be emulated. With a few times that have been signaled, I would like to say thank you.